So, we mentioned him a bit earlier on. Colonel Tom Moore, of course, captured the nation's hearts with his fantastic fundraising efforts, walking in his garden, raising millions of pounds for the NHS.
And a lot of people thought, not only did they applaud him, some people thought, we want to be like him. He made a particularly powerful impact on Tobias Weller. Tobias is 9 years of age, and Tobias has decided to follow in Colonel Tom's footsteps by attempting to complete a marathon, a marathon up and down his street in Sheffield.
Yeah, and it's not easy for him. It's definitely not easy for him. We're joining him now alongside his mum, Ruth. Good morning, Ruth. And hello, Tobias.
Good morning.
And Ruth will now, Mum, you tell us why it's not easy, how big a task this is for your boy.
Well, Tobias has got cerebral palsy, so he uses a walker to walk. And pre-lockdown, he was walking a maximum of 50 metres each day. And really struggling to do that, actually. That was a really hard work. So we've now built up to 750 metres per day on most days. Some days we do a little bit less, but it's a massive challenge for him.
Because he was supposed to be doing, Ruth, a sponsored 1 kilometre walk in May, wasn't he? So that's obviously cancelled. So how did he go from, was going to do that to now taking on this huge task?
Well, when we were first in lockdown, we realised that we were going to be in for a while. Tobias is vulnerable, so therefore Tobias goes to a school called Paces, and it provides physio for him every day. So I knew that I was going to be responsible for his physio. So we decided that we needed to walk every day to at least get some of the physio in place. We also needed a routine. So we started walking every day. We then, as you say, there was a sponsored walk that he was desperate to do to raise money for his 2 favourite charities. And he couldn't do that. And then we saw Captain Tom on the TV. And Tobias said, hold on a minute, that's exactly what I do. I walk up and down my street every day. I want to raise money for my 2 charities, so why don't I do a sponsored walk? We had a look at the timescale and decided that a marathon was possible. So we're giving it a shot.
Wow. Now listen, so I'm hearing, as regards your charities, we're hearing he's up to 30,000 quid that has come in, as far as we're hearing.
He was nearly, before we went live, he was £700 off 30,000, but he might have gone over by now. I'm not too sure.
I think we're hearing he has.
That's a confirmation.
Right.
Yes.
What about Colonel Tom? Now for Tobias, I'm going to speak to Tobias very shortly, but he was aware of Colonel Tom. Colonel Tom was an inspiration. You could see what Colonel Tom was doing.
Yeah, we saw him on the TV together, and it's so similar because they both use a walker. They're both doing the same walk each day. They're both building up. They're both wanting to raise money for an NHS charity, Sheffield Children's Hospital, although Tobias is also raising money for his school as well. He was just desperate to do it.
OK, we're desperate to talk to him.
We are. Tobias, what do you enjoy about walking? Because this is a big task. What do you enjoy about it?
I love it when I walk up and down my street every day because my neighbours come out to clap and cheer for me. Some of them even say, "We salute you, Captain." And nice and back. That's hilarious.
Well, we salute you, Tobias. How challenging is this? How difficult is it for you to do?
Well, 750 metres is a long way from me. So by the time I get to home every day, I'm exhausted. We walk every day, whatever the weather. So although it's often sunny, I watch the rain, gale force winds, and even a snow flurry.
Ruth, how proud are you of Tobias? Because as we said, he's obviously full of spirit and full of fun, and he's excited about this challenge, but it can't be easy. What changes have you noticed in him?
I'm just bursting with pride for Tobias. It's just amazing. There have been significant changes in him, in his self-confidence, in his self-belief, particularly his self-belief about his physical ability. Yeah. So he's also happy to now to talk more happy to talk to strangers, to talk in unfamiliar situations. Put the camera in front of him and he's incredibly happy to speak. And
yes, we can see.
That's incredible. Now, before he sets off, I just want to get a quick word about your street and your neighbours, because obviously they are very supportive generally. Just tell me about the people around you. The
people are been absolutely amazing. They're every day our neighbours come out and clap and cheer Tobias every single day. There are at least 15 houses that come out day in, day out. When it was windy at the weekend, they were there, and he loves the clapping and cheering and the encouragement and the chatting. And we've had all sorts of local support from local police officers, but we've also had lots of international support as well. And the donations that have come into his Just Giving page have just been fantastic.
Well, talking of those donations, Ruth, you're saying you was hoping to raise £30,000. He was £650 off that when we came on air. This morning, would like to donate straight away that £650 to get him up to his 30,000. And I'm sure that will continue to go up after everyone's watched him on here this morning. Tobias, you're an incredible young man.
We applaud you. We salute you.
We absolutely salute you like we saluted
Colonel Tom.
So off you go.
Off you go and do what you're going to do. Good boy, Tobias.
You ready? Go, go, go.
There they go. Oh.
And just, that is such a thing for that child to do. And you heard his mum saying how
look, there is neighbours at the end
in
clapping.
so many ways. And we see the neighbours there further on down the street in Hallam. Look at them coming out. Look at them coming out. Right? That's amazing to see people doing that. And it all means so much, and it's all adding to those charities that he's raising money to on his Just Giving page. Lovely to see. Lovely to see.
Well
just one of the things that the country comes together and people doing really, really good things. Just excellent. Really good.